Like we always do about this time. WorldBreakers, Chapter 9. After 2 weeks of riding, you arrive at the mountain trail that leads to Alamut Castle. Your forces barely start the climb when a clay device is thrown at them. Violet powder seeping from it. The device is quickly followed by a band of warriors carrying curved swords. At the same time, you feel an intrusion at the edges of your mythium-powered bond. You realize that Ruknudin Kershaw, the leader of the Order and a powerful Worldbreaker, is personally coordinating the defenses of his home. Win this chapter to endure the many ambushes laid by the Order and reach the castle itself. Objective 10 power. Flip this card if you win the game. More than likely, I'm not going to win the game, but I'm just going to keep it pushing, though. Let's do it. Alright. We got a new rule. Your opponent starts the game with its Worldbreaker card in play. The right hand's ability costs 1 Mythium less, and your opponent can pay for Ruknudin Kershaw's ability by spending Mythium from the new rules Pernicious Powder card. If it does not use the ability, it doesn't use the ability if there's no available targets. Okay, when it attacks, your opponent triggers its applicable abilities in this order. Resourceful Aids ability. Okay, Bloodshed abilities. The Ancient Butcher's ability. The Right Hand's ability. Ruknudin's Curse's ability. Cunning Reclaimer's ability. And Alamut Castle's ability. Okay, when it attacks, your opponent triggers its applicable abilities in this order. So top down. Same thing on the back. Alright, and the new Worldbreaker, Ruknudin Kershaw. Worldbreaker Void Guild. And your attack, pay 1 Mythium and tap this guy. Ruknudin Kershaw deals 1 wound to a follower defending player controls. Alright, that sucks. Alright, think we're ready to boogie. Yeah. Alright, I go first, get my 5 Mythium. Five Mythium. 5 cards. And what I always forget is that Kudlun has this ability on my attack. 1 attacking follower gets +1 strength for this combat. Static, don't have to tap to do that. Oh man, some of these things got upside down. But whatever. Cut it one time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't get any of my stage cards. But maybe that actually might be the key with Kudalun, is to not worry about the stage cards. I don't know. But yeah, my turn 1. Alright, so what do we have though? We have enters, gain Earth. If you control at least 2 other followers, draw a card. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal 2 follower cards. Draw them both and shuffle your deck. You may play one of those cards paying all its costs. Okay, this would be good to follow, backdoor that with that. And then defeat a wounded follower, that's cool. Enters, gain a moon. If you have at least 3 standing with any one guild, draw a card. Alright. And overwhelm when this defeats a blocker, gain 1 power. Yeah, you know what? I think with the last Worldbreaker, it was kind of more important to get the stage cards out, but not so much with Kudalun, because Marco Polo benefited off of the stage cards, but not so much Kudalun. Alright, so yeah, I think we're ready to do my first turn, so I got these actions to go off of. I will more than likely Go ahead and play this to put a guy out. Okay, actually, this is just a commander. It's not really just on the battlefield. Okay. Right, so yeah, I'll play this 0 cost and reveal cards from the top of my deck until I reveal 2 follower cards. Draw them both and shuffle your deck. You may play one of those cards paying all costs. 1. Alright, that's the first one. 2, that's the second one. Okay, alright, so I could actually play both of these. So, shuffle the deck. I guess I'll shuffle just cause. So I can spend my whole 5 to play this. Oh, paying 2 less. Okay, I would have to lose my earth in order to play that, though. I guess I can't do that. Because I only have the 1 earth. Alright, so can't do that. Okay, I can only play one of the 2. Right, draw cards. You may play one of those cards paying all costs. Well, dang it. You know what? Ugh, we need the earth. Both of these guys kind of suck to start off with. You may play one of those cards paying all costs. Play another follower card paying 2 less. Either gain 1 earth or spend. Okay, so you know what? We'll just start with you. And then we'll gain the earth. Alright, so we'll spend 2. Gain the earth. Stat on that. Alright, their turn. Shuffle this. We actually really want one of the negative cards, the OP cards to pop up on top. One more shuffle. Oh, we got it. All right, so we set the trap for the first turn. Okay, if the automaton controls a location, it gains 2 mythium. Otherwise, it gains 1. Gains 1. Put it on the pernicious powder. And either way, put the top card of your opponent's deck into play. Flip this card. Alright, they got Weary Vet. I think we can put you there. Alright, Weary Vet's out. If you have at least 3 standing with any one guild, put a +1/+1 on that. Good thing we got that out the way. Alright, that's their turn 1. My turn 2. Oh, this is in my hand too. 5 drop. I could save up the whole 5 and play you, and then I get to cheat somebody out, but I'll lose the earth though. Or I could play you out, gain an earth, that'll put me on 3 earth. If you control at least 2 other followers, draw a card. Nah. When it's defeats a blocker. Man, so many options. I mean, it's like, everything costs too much to go into. Draw 1 card. Play another follower card, paying 2 less. Gain 1. Draw 1 card. Okay, I could just play you. Yeah, just play you now. Get you out here. Okay, let's see what this does first. Raid. If your opponent controls a ready follower, it attacks with one follower. That follower gains breach, gain 5. So we'll see to it that that dies, and then the opponent, they build a location. Cool. All right, so we'll just go ahead and play you for 3. Enters, I gain a moon. I gain a earth. Yeah, so I'll go to my 3rd earth. And don't control at least 2 others, so that's whatever. And their turn 2, they will, if the automaton has a ready follower, it attacks with 1 follower. That follower gains breach, gain 5 mythium this combat. But otherwise, your opponent develops location, and I think that's in addition to. So I just swing right there, and then of course I'll block. I'll block here. All right, so I'll get 1 wound. A 1/2 on a 2/2. The 1/2 is knocked out. Let me go right there. Oh, pay 1. Okay, your attack, pay 1 mythium. Exhaust this guy to deal 1 wound to a follower defending player controls. Okay, actually this happens. Okay, so let's see who he chooses to attack. To do the 1 ping to. Ready cards before exhausted cards. Highest standing requirement. That one. Yeah. Alright, so you get the ping. Anyway, so in that case, I'll just block with you. So you'll trade. Tap to block. Alright, that's cool. It's not cool because it's pretty cheap, but whatever. Alright, now my turn 3. Discard this card. At least they don't get to the 3, I guess. But still, that's just more crap they're throwing at me. Alright, so I got no mythium now. So I can swing and get a power. Or save you to block. Okay, these are my options. Play a card, develop a location, attack. I could gain a mythium. Actually, I think I'll gain the mythium to be able to play you next turn and then draw an extra card. Alright, so I'll gain a mythium. Their turn. They recruit. Put the top card of your opponent's deck into play. My turn 4. Okay, what are they doing next? Mythium Cloak. If your opponent controls a ready follower, it attacks with 1 follower. You can't block during this combat. Otherwise your opponent develops location. Okay, so I can't block. And then it has bloodshed. When this attacks alone, it deals 1 damage to a follower the defending player controls. That's garbage. Wish I could ping that guy, but I can't. Alright, so look at my options. Gain 1 mythium. Draw 1 card. Play a card, develop a location, attack. I think the best thing to do is attack. So defenses, your opponent decides whether to block his followers. If your opponent has more than 1 ready follower. If your opponent only has 1 ready follower and controls a location. If your opponent has only 1 ready follower and his next turn is 1 or 3, it blocks with his ready follower. I should actually swung. Well, no. And your opponent doesn't control a location, and his next turn is, if your opponent does not control a location and his next turn is 2 or 4, it does not block with his last ready follower. Alright, so in this case, I could block and get a power. I could swing and get a power, or I could gain a Mythium, draw a card, pay 2 to gain a standing, play a card, develop a location, attack. One power versus more Mythium. One power versus more Mythium. I don't know. I'm not getting a location, so I guess I will just get the Mythium. There go. They control a ready follower, then it attacks with 1 follower. I can't block during this combat. And then they ping me. Bloodshed, when this attacks alone, it deals 1 wound to a follower defending player controls. And that is... Okay, ready cards. Yeah, that's garbage. Alright, so you kill that. It's garbage thing. Alright, that's that. And then they get a power for swinging into my defenses. And that's the end of the round. Rally abilities, no rally abilities. Ready cards, gain 2 Mythium. I really don't see them gaining Mythium between rounds. I really don't see it. I really don't see it because the game will be way too hard if they gain a Mythium between rounds. I'm just going to ignore the fact that they might gain Mythium. I'm thinking only the players, the human players, get the Mythium between the rounds. Because they don't draw a card. And then when they draw the card, because if they gain the Mythium and drew a card, then they would be ready to do their thing and they would just keep on hitting me. And plus these guys are weak, so I really don't see them gaining the 2 Mythium. Alright, so anyway, I got the 2 Mythium, draw 1 card, check for victory, flip player order. They go first this time. Yeah, I just can't see it because every round they would be at the 3 right here. Then they would be forced response after you resolve an order card. If there's at least 3 Mythium here, remove all from it. Then the automaton deals 1 wound to a follower you control with least remaining health. Then I could never get any footing because they would just kill me every time. I don't see it. Alright, well anyway, their turn first. So they will first discard this. The recruit, put the top card of the deck into play. They got a Cunning Reclaimer. 3-drop of Cunning Reclaimer is attacking alone. Choose a follower, then it can't block for this combat. Alright, my turn 1. I'll play the Weary Vet for 1. Enters if you control at least 3 standing with any 1 guild. Put a +1/+1 on Weary Vet. You got 3 Earths. +1/+1. It's a 2/3 now. Their turn 2. They raid. If the automaton has a ready follower, then it swings with 1. That guy gets gained 5 Mythium for this combat if it breaches. But if not, they still develop a location. Alright, so who does this swing with? And we got to do that power too. Oh, right there. Each time your opponent attacks, it declares one attacking follower. Choose one of its ready followers with the highest strength. All right, this guy swings. So if Cunning Reclaimer is swinging alone, choose a follower. It can't block for this combat. And again, they go for the guy with ready cards first. Highest standing requirement. Neither highest Mythium cost that guy. Pay one. They don't have one to spend. I guess. Deals one wound. Oh, okay, can't do that right now. If Cunning Reclaimer is attacking alone, choose a follower. It can't block. So highest cost can't block for this turn. Alright, so you will block. Well, I don't have to make it block though. That's a 2-3. That'll knock me out. I'll just let you get the power. 2 power. Alright, turn 2 for me. Go ahead and play you. 3 drop. Gain a moon. If you control at least 3 standing with any one guild, draw a card. You know what? That's actually not the wisest thing to do. I think I could maybe make this get killed because look at their defenses. Okay, if your opponent has more than one ready follower, it blocks using one of his ready followers that has the most remaining health. Alright, so I can swing that, then I don't have to deal with that bloodshed ability. Oh, they breach, they would get 5 Mythium. So I can't let that breach actually. Man, I keep forgetting this stuff. Okay, so you can't block. You would have to block. It sucks. Alright, you would have to block to stop that thing from breaching. Get 2 damage. Alright, now my turn. Yeah, so my turn. I'll attack. Their defenses, if your opponent has more than one ready follower, it blocks one of its ready followers that has the most remaining health. Alright, so we basically trade right there. It's cool. That dies. This is out of there. And that's been done. Their turn 3. They recruit. 1 drop, nice. A response after novice cut price is blocked. Gain 2 Mythium and 1 standing with any guild. Okay, so don't block that guy. Let that guy come through. Alright, so my turn 3. Shoot this card. Stupefy, whatever that does. I don't know. This guy costs way too much. I shouldn't even got this guy. Yeah, I'll just put a body out there, I think. Alright, pay 3 for you. Enters gain a moon. And I have 3 standing with the thing, so I draw a card. Got Gur Migration. Choose 1, draw 2 cards, and gain 1 standing with any guild. Or spend 1 earth to gain 5 Mythium. Alright, that ain't bad. All right, their turn 4. They stupefy. If your opponent controls a ready follower, it attacks with 1 follower. That follower gains breach. Defending player discards 2 cards for this combat. But in addition to, your opponent develops a location. I can't be discarding 2 cards, so I'll just have to give them that. But then that sets up all the crap, so you can't win for losing with this game. Alright, so let's block you. Whatever. After Novice Cup Press is blocked, gain 2 Mythium. Gain 2 Mythium and 1 standing with any guild, which sets this off, which is crap. Alright, you die. I get a wound. And these cards get shuffled into the deck now. When your opponent has 2 voids, shuffle all cards stored here into their deck. Man, maybe you just want to hold off that happening so long, but I didn't want to discard any cards though. Man, you know what? When am I ever going to play that 5-drop, honestly? I'm really not finna play that 5-drop. Oh, and that stupid thing had bloodshed. No, it did not. I killed the bloodshed thing. Alright, you know what? Before I make some impulsive decision, let's actually go back. 2, put them back at 1. Let this piece of crap get through. Then I'll discard 2 cards. The defending player discards 2 cards for this combat. Yeah, I think it would actually be better to just discard the 2 cards. Get rid of you. It's like, when am I ever play you because you cost 5? Man, I really don't want to get rid of either one of these. But yeah, maybe that's the whole thing, is to hold them off of getting them upgrades and getting them better cards in the deck. Did that have a damage on it or no? No, I think you just came out. Where did they get the Mythium from? Gain. Okay, blocked. Okay, yeah, you didn't get blocked, so you don't get the Mythium. I think I'm kind of trying to backtrack, but I gotta keep conditioning of all this stuff. Alright, so I don't block. They don't get the 2 Mythium or the 1 standing. They do get a power though for coming through, for penetrating. I discard 2 cards. 1. Yeah, I discard 2 cards from this card. Stupefy. Alright, so discarding the big 5-drop. Okay, spend 1 earth to get 5 Mythium. I do want that 5 Mythium. Defeat a wounded follower. You know what? I'll get rid of that. Discard 2 cards. Sucks. Alright. Then my go. My turn 4. Gain a Mythium to be able to play stuff next round. Alright. End of the round. Flip the player order. I go first this round. Ready everything. No rally abilities. Gain 2 Mythium. Draw 1 card. Check for victory. They got 3. I got 0. We're playing a 10. Okay, finally got one of these. I do have the moon this time. Don't have the 4 to play it. Gain a moon and a power. Gain 1 power. You may defeat a follower with printing cost 3 or less. You could defeat that. Alright, so what do I do first? They go for the guy with the highest standing requirement first, right? Ready before, yeah, highest standing requirement. So if I put you out, you're kind of a sitting duck though. 3-1. Alright, if I'm proactive, okay, set the trap. If your opponent controls a location, if the automaton controls a location, the game's tool, either way, put the top card of your opponent's deck into play. Alright, if I'm proactive, then I can just play you out, swing, and then see what happens. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Alright, spin 2. Put you out. Their turn. They set the trap. They don't control location. They gain 1 Mythium. And put the top card of their deck into play. Flip the card. Alright, big 4-drop. No good. With on your attack, pay 1 Mythium. Your WorldBreaker ability deals +1 wound this combat. That's garbage. Alright, so my turn. They do that. My turn 2. I swing with this guy here with Overwhelm. So it's a 4-1. One attacking follower gets +1 strength this combat. So 4-1. Okay, their defenses. If your opponent has more than 1 ready follower, it blocks using one of his ready followers that has the most remaining health. This has the most remaining health. Alright, I'm glad to get rid of this crap. Your attack pay 1, then they deal +1 extra wound for no reason. Glad to get that out the way. Alright, so we trade a 4-1 into a 2-2. They block. I do get a, when this defeats a blocker, gain 1 power. Get my first power for the game. And yep. Alright, so we trade. That's my turn 2. Their turn 2. They spring the trap. If your opponent controls a ready follower, it attacks with 1 follower. That follower gains breach. Deal 1 wound to each follower the defending player controls for this combat. Otherwise, they also develop a location. I just cannot stand that word. Other gains breach. Deal 1 wound to each follower the defending player controls. So, alright, so who do they swing with first? Each time your opponent attacks, it declares 1 attacking follower the highest strength. Alright, though I hate to do this. We got to trade there. We don't have to trade there. Attacking alone, choose a follower. It can't block for this combat, so I can't do it anyway. Alright, so you can't block this combat. You get 1 damage on you because of that garbage. Whatever. Alright, my turn 3. Oh. Pay 1, exhaust Rudikun, deals 1 wound to follower I control. So you pay the 1, and then you still end up knocking this guy out. It's too difficult to beat. You would probably just only win 1 out of every 3 times you try to play this or something. It's total crap. Not only do you get a wound from this, the follower gains breach. Deal 1 wound to each follower the defending player controls for this combat. Did a wound right there, pinged me right there. Then this guy pings me too. Not really fair. Especially since guys usually have just like 1 or 2 life. Alright, anyway, my turn 3. I think they get a power for going through too. Yep. Alright, so I will play this, spend the earth to gain 5 Mythium. Oh, their turn 3. Spin an earth. Gain 5 lithium. 3, 5, and 1, that's 6. So 6. Their turn 3. They set the trap. If your opponent controls the location, they don't. Otherwise, they get 1. And play the top card of their deck. Okay, now they get a location. Put the stage counters on it. I'll just put this in the middle for right now. Gain 1 of those things and a power. So got to get rid of that. But I don't think I can really. But anyway, we'll try. Don't have many options, so I'll just go ahead and play this. Man, I don't want to play that when it just is going to swing on it. Trade, yeah. Non-signature location. It develops one of those. Yeah, I'm basically going to lose this one too. Man, I cannot go on record enough as saying I hate this word otherwise. What does otherwise mean? Man, that's a word that's up for interpretation. Like you could have said in addition to, but if not, if the first condition isn't met, then you get to do this. I hate that word otherwise. I don't have a lot of options, so I'll just play this for 4. So 4. Get the stage counters out. 2. Gain 1 moon and a power. Gain 1 power. You may defeat a follower with printed cost 3 or less. Alright. There go. If your opponent controls a non-signature location, it develops one of those locations. Signature, I think, is a star in the top right or something. If your opponent controls a non-signature location, it develops one. So they gain the void and the 1 power. They gain the void. These cards get shuffled into the deck. Alright, so now their deck is even harder to beat now because they got 4 OP'er cards in here in a 10 card deck or so. And also, otherwise your opponent attacks with 1 follower. What does otherwise mean? I think it's both of them. Alright, they swing here. Okay, so 1, it hits my deal. And they get another power. They have 6 to my 1. There's no way I'm coming back. Yep. Alright, my turn 4. I'll go ahead and develop this location, because why not? Or maybe not, because they're not going to be able to hit it right now. They're going to be able to block by whatever I put out anyway. Okay, I can defeat that guy at least. And you know what? I'll draw a card. Play only on turn 4 of a round. Ignore this requirement if you have at least 4. So 5 lithium again. Whatever. Alright, their turn 4. Oh, did they already do that? What? I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Did they already put a guy out? I don't know. We'll just ignore that. basically we just ignore that. All right. So next round, they go first. Ready? Gain 2 Mythium. Draw 1 card. Flip player order. They muster. Put the top card of your opponent's deck into play. Increase your opponent's crap by 1. Alright, so now they're on 3. Get rid of that. Upon 3, we shuffle these into the deck. 6 drop and a 2 drop. You know, when your opponent has 3, shuffle all cards stored here. When your opponent uses the Ancient Butcher's attack, it chooses 0 for X. It chooses 0 for X. Yeah. Flip that. Turn 1 for me. Yeah, now I better just develop this location while I can. Well, or I can put this out. When this defeats a blocker, gain 1 power. Put you out for all 4 of my money. Yep, all 4 of my money. Infiltrate. If your opponent controls a non-signature location, then it develops that, and otherwise your opponent attacks with 1 follower. Gain 1 power. You may deal 2 wounds to a follower. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'm not playing it. Screw that. Alright, I'll just develop this location. The crap I look like doing that. Keeping that out. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Alright, yeah, so I do that. Gain 1 power. Gain 1 power and defeat a follower with cost 3 or less. Yeah, go ahead and get you up out of here. Breach defending player, discards a card. Get you up out of here. Yeah. Sweet. Alright, 2 to 6. They got me. Alright, now if your opponent controls a non-signature location, it develops one of those locations. Gain 1 power. And deal 2 wounds to a follower. You may deal 2 wounds to a follower. Of course, it's not going to hit itself. And I don't have any guys now. Alright, my turn 2. Now I'll play you out for 4. Their turn 3. They top deck. Got another location. What are the odds? And this is all gain 2 Mythium and 1 power. Gain 2 Mythium, you may attack. Gain 2 Mythium and 1 power. Alright, my turn 3. I'll go ahead and swing to get her ability off. Yeah, why not? Swing. They've got 2 guys, so if your opponent has more than 1 ready follower, it blocks using one of his ready followers that has the most remaining health. Okay. If your opponent has only 1 ready follower, their choice is the automaton resolves all abilities available to it within these restrictions. Whenever the automaton must choose a card, ready cards before exhausted, highest standing requirement. They both have that highest Mythium cost. Alright, so I get to get rid of this one at least. And then they get to kill me on the back end, which sucks. Alright, I get 1 power for defeating that. They trade. They trade. Crap. Their turn 4. Infiltrate. If your opponent controls a non-signature location and develops one of those locations, gain 2 Mythium and 1 power. 2 Mythium, 1 power. Putting them on 8. Alright, so 3. Forced Interrupt. If your opponent would draw a card or gain... I think I forgot about Rudicoon's thing. But maybe it wouldn't have mattered, I don't know. If your opponent would gain Mythium after you resolve an order card, if there's at least 3 Mythium here, remove all from it. Your opponent deals 1 wound to a follower. Good thing I don't have a follower, I guess. Get rid of that Mythium there. I think. That one tapped. No. Otherwise, your opponent attacks with 1 follower. They get another power, or... I think they get another power on top of that. Alright, my turn 4. Somehow, I don't even have the 1 Mythium it costs to do my thing on turn 4. Yeah, but there's no way I come back from this, so... Okay, end of the round. I'll just get the Mythium. Actually, yeah, I'll just get the Mythium. No, it'd be better to get a card. Got that. A lot of good it's going to do me. Alright, end of the round. Ready cards. Gain 2 Mythium. Draw 1 card. Save for victory. They got 9. They're almost there. I got 3. Flip player order. I go first this time. Man, I can't afford any of my cards except for like hardly anything. Alright, just play you. Stage counters. They vicious stab. Your opponent deals 1 wound to a follower you control with the least remaining health. I don't have any. Put the top card of your opponent's deck into play. My turn 2. I'll go ahead and gain 2 Mythium and 1 power. By doing that. Their turn, they infiltrate. They swing with the biggest guy. I have no blockers. And then when this guy attacks, if the Ancient Butcher is attacking alone, pay 0, deal 1 wound to a follower. Yeah, but anyway, they get their last power on that one. Yeah, this would be like probably a 1 in 5 win scenario, actually, because the odds are so stacked up against you. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, that's chapter 9. We'll just go ahead and imagine like we did win that one. Read it. Draft 2 cards out of 4 choices and add them to your deck. Replace the Recruit Infiltrate order with a Set the Trap, Defend the Castle. Find the New Rules Alamut Castle card. If this is the last, it's the last card in the campaign deck. Behind the card for chapter 10, read it and have it ready for future games. Proceed to chapter 2. Alright. Draft deck. Draft 2 out of 4 choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 2 go back to the box. Alright, 5 drop. I think I might learn my lesson about trying to play 5 drops. They cost too dang much. Okay, another location. Draw 2 cards and gain 2 Mythium. Gain 1 power and 1 standing within a guild. Gain 1 power. Overwhelm. When this defeats a blocker, gain 1 power. Man, it's like you got that, but your butt is so small. It's like, what's the point? Playing event card, playing 1 less. You and you, or whatever. All right, these ones go back to the box. These added to the deck. If somebody can let me know, between rounds, does the automaton actually get 2 Mythium and 1 card, which would be the equivalent of 3 Mythium, thereby basically every turn they can pop off this force response to ping one of my followers every turn, which I could never have a chance to win because they're just killing my guys every turn. So it can't be like that. But somebody let me know how you play it. Alright, adding those 2 cards to the deck. And then replace a recruit infiltrate order with a set the trap defend the thing order. Recruit infiltrate. It's like, man, like every card gotta be so OP like that? I guess so. Find the new rules. Alamut Castle. Alamut Castle. Read it and have it ready for future games. Proceed to chapter 10. Alright. Alright, well, until the grand finale, like, comment, subscribe, and Tuvok.